Hey, wake up, world. It's time for a little bit of coffee.
Rise and grind, it's that time. Morning sun, coffee chime. Three small folks, one average bro. Tune in now, let's start the show. Tiny crew, big dreams, brewing thoughts, vivid schemes. Sipping on that morning brew. Got that energy, how about you?
So grab your Joe and let's go.
What is up? What is up? I mean, it got off early. What is going on with our technician? Our morning program, our morning intro. We got like the coolest intro song in the world.
I know.
And it got off early. I mean, what's up?
You know what? Well, you know what? At least me and Jeff, or Shortcut, actually remembered the coffee mug.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Yeah, we're supposed to do the coffee mug in the morning, man.
All right, I'm sorry. Let's do it again. All right, ready?
Okay, ready.
All right, we're just going to practice. And good morning, everybody. How is everybody?
I still have the coolest coffee mug.
No,
you do
not. No, you do not. I have the coolest coffee mug. Look, I have the Indiana Pacers.
Well, I wish I
probably get in trouble for showing their logo, but I am an Indiana Pacer nut through and through. Indiana Fever, Indianapolis Colts. You shut your mouth.
Go hockey! Touchdown!
Hockey.
Yeah,
You're going to get along with one of our guests today. I know that. That's for sure.
Go foosball.
Foosball.
Hey, foosball's for the devil.
Hey, well, you know the little football tables that you got.
Yeah.
But
you were one of the little guys that were.
Oh, that was our other, mythical host, Vinny. That was what he used to do for a living.
Yeah, Vinny.
He used to pose for those.
Vinny's the ball. Vinny's the ball that kick around.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get calls from the. I don't know what that would be like having the little people of America get on a show of little people and complain at us. That could be really bad.
Well, I have a question. So would it be little people complaining about little people? Isn't that a hate crime?
Yeah. If you know Vinny P, you guys need to harass him on his Facebook page and Messenger. Just call him like 100 times. Just be like, "Why were you on the show, Vinny P?"
He's a snowflake.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a
he's a puck wedgie, guys. He's a puck wedgie.
Weren't we supposed to do the Pledge of Allegiance?
I don't know. Didn't you have it?
Isn't that your job?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, we're talking to you. We're talking to you.
It's not about how hard you can hit. It's how hard you can get hit, and keep moving forward. You know what I mean?
Look. POD is doing your job.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Christmas. Here we go. Let's take a moment for our nation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dun, 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 dun.
That was pretty epic. I like that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was a different one. I like better when we have our fans do it, but we
got to get those things. You know that?
Yeah, we had a bunch of fans. Yeah, we got to get fans. Yeah, all three of them. But it's their duty to share the page.
Yeah,
I know. But you know what?
Yeah, sharing is caring.
His mom.
So, all right, let's talk about the week, gentlemen. Where we been this week? What we done? Pappy, welcome back home. I heard.
Thank you.
I know you took last week off because you did a cruise, correct?
Yes, I did a Caribbean cruise on.
Tell us all about that, bud.
Yeah. You talk about a good time. You go on the ship, you don't worry about anything. You eat a lot, you drink a lot, you lay around a lot. You just do what you want when you want, and there's so much to do. I had a blast.
You could do what you want. You could just pee on the deck.
Well, that's going a little far.
Oh, okay.
Well, you don't pee on the deck. You got it. It's the poop deck. That's
Oh, the poop deck.
Yeah, the poop deck. Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think you literally can do that.
So can you stand over and pee over the rail?
It was too tall for me, but I did want to go on the front of the boat and say the plane, the plane.
The plane. How tall are you?
I am 4'2".
4'2".
4'2". So you're just a little shorter than me. By the way, for those listening, most of us in this room have never met each other face to face either. We've
No,
only become friends through internet based.
Oh yeah.
Jeff and I have met each other, but I think we're the only two that's actually met face to face. Been in
Yes.
the same room.
Well, you and you actually got to see a puck wedgie.
A puck wedgie.
Yeah, you got to see
Oh,
one. You met Vinny.
I have met Vinny. Yeah, but Vinny, a
yeah,
puck wedgie for the listening audience as well, is a mythical creature that if you ever get a chance, one of these days we're going to do a show on those.
Yeah, I'm gonna
mythical
get,
creature,
I'm
very
gonna get a paranormal
I
show
was starting to
going
wonder,
on.
it's like, why is the dog wearing underwear? I just don't understand, like a pup wedgie. Why would you be giving a pup a wedgie?
You don't give a puppy a wedgie.
That's kind of cruel, man. I mean, just think about it.
is it pop wedgie or pug wedgie?
Puck.
puck wedgie.
Puck.
Now, Dennis,
Oh.
I got to tell you, man, I'm looking forward to doing one of these shows one of these days. These are mythical creatures that are approximately a foot tall, a little over.
Yeah,
They could
looks
probably
like
bully
Vinny.
Vinny. Yeah, they could probably bully
Vinny
Vinny.
Carino.
So they have only been seen though, and Jeremy helped me. We all did a little research on was Ireland and Scotland, but a couple of the
Yeah,
countries over
they were
Europe.
also talked about on Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Is that anything like a chupacabra?
No.
in the mythical way, yes. But
Yeah. Well.
now here's what's weird: the only other place they've ever been seen is in a national park in Indiana, in Anderson, Indiana, which is my home
Really?
state.
They
Yeah.
eat your babies.
No, they do not.
Rabies?
But they've been seen. They do try to like mess with you on your campsites, I guess. But over at Mounds State Park in Anderson, Indiana, they've had many sightings of them, and
Oh,
little videos that they gotta. But am I convinced? No, but it does interest me. I think it's a neat little
Well,
one of those
when we get up and going and get the
things.
paranormal show going, we'll do some investigating and stay the night out there and everything.
that'll be a
I
great
promise you
topic,
that.
Jeremy.
Well, today, we're going to have giants on here in a little bit. Talk about the difference in overly tall people as opposed to us, the little people. But
Yeah,
there's before we take a break and go into that, one of the things I want to leave the morning gab with is, we get people that write us throughout and tell us, hey, I really like this, I didn't like this. Man, we want to hear more of that. To all of you that are out there and you're listening, this is our link tree right here. Please take note of it. This is our email, and if you get a chance, write us with your thoughts and your ideas of
yes,
things you want to hear about. So very soon, we've had one of our regular watchers has asked me and this individual get into conspiracy theory talk, and so we've decided here in the near future we want to add a conspiracy theory segment. I think it'd be a great time, and I want to hear other segment ideas. We've been learning the whole podcast game and having a lot of fun doing it, and obviously we're getting some people that are starting to enjoy it too. But we want it to grow. So in that growing, we want to hear from people.
Hey,
What?
A few moments later.
I was uncalled for. I was just downright uncalled for. I've decided I'm not talking to you the rest of the day. No, just kidding.
promise.
But let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll bring on somebody too big for the screen.
Oh, now you do it? No.
This time remembered, we
It's
forgot.
over. You had your chance.
I want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Listen, I'm not
And
sure.
wait a
You
second.
had
I
your
had a
chance,
question. You
POD.
said
You
somebody.
failed. You had one job.
You had
Look
one
at this.
job, POD.
Jeff,
One job.
Jeff and Jeremy's got to go, Pappy. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Adios. So, as we were saying, buddy, me and
Hey,
you
POD.
are your hosts, aren't we? Yeah,
We'll certainly try, dude. We'll certainly try.
Hey, that was quite rude.
I know.
That was
It was
rude.
fun, though. It was a great time. It was
You want to know?
exhilarating.
You want to know something? You mentioned that there was somebody. We were bringing somebody that couldn't fit the screen. We already got somebody.
Well, this guy here that we're going to be bringing on the show today, I am a former pro
Large and in
wrestler.
charge.
We live in large and in charge. And this gentleman, I don't actually remember how tall he is. To me, he's 9 foot tall.
Listen,
But he and I tagged up many years ago on a called a rich. It was a luchador show, a Mexican wrestler show, Revolution. That's what it was called. And it was me and him. So you got the big 7-footer and me against another 7-footer named Brimstone and Tio, totally outstanding. He was on our show a few weeks ago with the Madman Pondo episode. So in this match, it was more fun than I could ever put into words. Because if you can only imagine when Tio would tag Brimstone and got big old Brimstone, 7 foot, whatever he is, against me, and then vice versa. You know, I'd finally get over and I'd tag Jay in, and here he'd come in. And to be dead honest, it's been so many years since I've seen this gentleman, I can't even remember his wrestling name. But
didn't you say something that he had a beard?
Oh man, he had a beard that was taller than me. I can't wait to see how long that thing is now. I mean, he had that thing. The last time I seen this gentleman, I'm gonna guess it was in the because I retired from wrestling completely in 2017. I'm gonna guess in the 2009-10 era, and man, I bet that thing is getting tangled in his shoelaces these days. But anyway, they told me he's in here, so let's bring him to the stage. The one, the only, Mr. Jay Adams. We don't get a sound bite or a sound person.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I have no
what the
idea.
hell?
I know. Look, this is now clean shaven. What is going on?
You know, every once in a while, about every 10 years, I have to take it off. It's been a while. I had to shave recently for work for a job I'm doing, and yeah, sure enough, I thought about it. It's been since 2014 since I've shaved, so it's a little strange for me as well.
Oh my goodness, it looks so different. It doesn't even feel like I'm talking to the same guy.
I know. I don't think. I think the only reason my wife likes it is because she feels like she's with a new guy right now. So, other than that, it's a little strange.
Well, it's very good to see you again, my friend.
You too, man. It's been forever.
Nice to meet you, Jay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
So, today's topic, we, as you can tell, most of us in here are under the 5 foot. We call ourselves behind the scenes the UFFC, the under 5 foot club, and sometimes.
Wait a second. I'm not under 5 foot.
Oh, well, what are you doing in there? We got to kick you out again.
You're not in it.
I'm the tallest LP in the game, baby.
Your membership has been revoked. Sorry.
You are too tall to ride this ride.
I don't think so. I paid yearly.
The reason we wanted to do today's show, we always talk about like the challenges that us as little people come up with. I mean, it's a daily thing. But then, I got to thinking about various really outrageously tall people I knew. As crazy as it is, I'm from Marion, Indiana, and our high school, I'm not even joking, is the Marion Giants. And so obviously I went to school with a lot of basketball players that were known for basketball in that town. I tried out for the team. I never made it, and I could never figure out why.
They kept coming up short, huh?
Kept coming up short, And no joke, I did try out for the basketball team in my junior high year, and it's really comical to see a coach's face when a midget walks in to try out for basketball. Sorry, little person comes in to try out for basketball. It's my favorite sport, though. I wasn't going to let my height stop me, but I walked in, and God bless him, the coach, who's also a friend of mine on Facebook now. I'll just leave it at Fred. his face was just very comical because I come in and I remember looking at him just thinking, if I could have read his brain, I think it was saying something along the lines of, how am I going to let him down and not end up in court?
So,
Well, you're from Indiana, so it's already born into you to try out for basketball. It's like
Yeah, it's a must.
I'm from Detroit, so we have to play hockey. You guys in India, you have to play basketball.
Hockey.
That's just how it
Yeah.
goes.
There's your hockey guy, Jeff. Okay.
Hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you play
right.
hockey?
I do play hockey. Yeah, I've been playing my whole life, and luckily, I'm lucky enough for some of the stuff that I've done. I get to play with the Red Wings alumni as a member of them, so I get to do a lot of charity games with them. We do a lot of charity hockey games during the winter, and do a lot of charity golf outings during the summer, and it's a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, it's very, very fun.
That's awesome.
Jay, I hate to interrupt you, but by golly, there has been a puck wedgie sighting. It's a puck wedgie sighting. Vinny has made it to the show.
We have found the puck wedgie.
Make some noise for the one, the only. He comes in at 1'3". It is Vinny. All right, enough of that. Anyway, what's up, buddy? I can't hear you. You got no mic.
And he's muted.
You're not even muted down there at the bottom. It's you.
Well, at least we got sighting.
Something wrong with your connection, buddy.
Nothing.
There you are.
We got you now. We got you now.
We got you now.
He's a little delayed, but he's here.
It's because he's little.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
And see you.
He's so small, his voice takes a little while to get to the microphone.
That is interesting.
Gotcha. No, the nurse.
Nurse?
Yeah, you're breaking up real bad, buddy.
Funny. You know that? I'm going to pee on all of you soon.
That's the only thing that's come out clear. I'm going to pee on all of you soon.
I hope his pee is clear.
I'm going to pee on all of you soon.
We lost him. He's not getting ready.
Well, the elusive puck wedgie, or puck wedgie, or whatever the heck we call it.
The puck wedgie. Oh,
he's back. And he's back. Stick and move.
Test.
Stick and move.
Can we hear you now? Give us some tests.
Check, check. Mic 2. 1, 2, 1, 2.
It looks like they got him on some good meds.
All of you. All of you.
Yeah, we can hear him now.
All of you.
Yeah.
He's still going to pee on all of us, just so we know. Anyway,
Yeah.
back to the subject at hand. I would have to say, on a daily basis, one of my biggest struggles as a little person is, especially with the handicaps that I go through, is being in public restrooms.
Yes.
A lot of times, and again, not trying to sound gross, not trying to be personal, but sometimes we, in our elder years, little people especially, we get to where when it's an emergency, and you got to go. And it never fails. You get into one of these public restrooms, and it is too tall of a toilet, and we struggle, especially with all the back pain and leg pains that I have from previous surgery. So I'd have to say myself, that is one of my major daily struggles, being a little person. So my question is to reverse that, Jay, as a tall person, what would you say is one of your biggest struggles?
Man, the world is not built for either people your size or people my size. It's built for right in between. I always say it's built for about 5'10" person, because not necessarily public bathrooms, but the one thing that caught my that I definitely thought of was I fly a lot for work, and bathrooms in planes at 6'7" that I am, fit in a plane as it is, much less the plane bathroom. So trying to use the bathroom bent over like that.
Dude, I'm 3 foot. I don't fit no damn plane. Bathroom. They're so tiny.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
And holy cow, that's coming from you, and you're like, size of a bobblehead.
Hey,
right?
I'm an inch taller than what he said.
Except I don't have a big ass head like you.
What? We're gonna make fun of my forehead?
5 head, 6 head, whatever you call it.
The world is not really interesting.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
hate is when you go to try to get clothes on and
billboard.
you go to
Or
the dressing room and you close the curtain and you realize for our short people the curtain only comes to about our waist.
Well, on and the on the opposite side, the curtain usually only goes to here, so I'm looking at everybody while I'm changing.
Right.
I can see right over the curtain, so everybody can just see me changing.
I'm mooning the whole store when I drop my pants. And
Yeah, it always makes
you
me
know,
very
like
uncomfortable
the
when that
curtain's
happens.
not covering the lower half.
exactly, Vinny.
Then it'll
Exactly.
show all of you.
I'd
Then be
rather
hanging on to the bottom of the curtain.
I'd rather be mooning somebody than just making direct eye contact with somebody while I'm changing my pants.
Right?
I always
see
know
that,
they're.
Jay. So we got the same problems, just different.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
always know they're seeing the wrong parts of me when I'm in the dressing room when I hear the little kid outside the curtain go, "Mommy, what is that?" You know, oh no.
Midget booty.
So Jay, when you're looking at him eye to eye, just be going, "How you doing?"
Yeah, it's I've had a lot of restraining orders called on me.
Yeah.
Not my own fault.
Because Jay, me and you, that the other side of it is we've been in entertainment so long. The entertainment side just comes natural.
Yeah,
that's where the lawsuits come into play.
I'm not allowed in a TJ Maxx anywhere in the Midwest. So
well, I know one thing that tall people don't have that little people have. We have the M word. There's no M word for maybe the G word, giants.
I gotta go off stage just for a second, guys. Continue.
That's all I have to.
I don't get the M word yet, but there are a lot of every single person has to ask me if I play basketball. No, I don't play basketball. I'm a hockey player.
Not every tall person plays basketball.
But everybody thinks that every tall person does. That's for darn sure for some reason.
I totally get
I
what
play
you're talking
basketball.
about.
I'm pretty damn good at it. I'm 3 foot, man.
And you should see him. Jay, you ain't never seen nothing like it. He was on his kitchen table one time. He ran the court and he slam dunked in that solo cup like you ain't never seen nobody do it.
Beauty.
It was awesome.
Beauty.
What?
You remember that deal we made like years ago where every time you insult me, I add $1 million to the pot?
To the debt? Yeah, I'm now more in debt than the American government.
You are a genuine American now. You are so far in debt. The debt is telling you to cut it out.
Okay, so I had some big guns coming in, and he was 7'3", but he had an emergency.
Yeah, he hit his head on something. Yeah.
Yeah, airplane outside.
I am going to find a plane ticket, get to Kentucky as much as I can, and I'm going to get a ladder and climb that up and interview him later on
we
today.
We should have sent a Prius to pick him up.
I will not send a Prius.
He's 7'3"
or a smart car. Or a
he's
smart
7'3" in Kentucky. What is he, a horse? I mean,
he is a wrestler. He's a wrestler, and he's known as the American Giant.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was going to ask you, Dad, have you ever heard of that wrestler? His name is the American Giant down in Kentucky. I don't recall ever hearing of that. No. But then again, I've been out of the game for quite a while too.
I know that Tommy Dreamer had a really big, like 7-foot guy that was not Tommy Dreamer, but Shane Douglas had out in Pittsburgh area had a big 7-footer that he was training. That I don't know about down in Kentucky. Of course, I've been out of the game for so long too. Like I go to shows maybe once every 6 months or so. I don't really go to shows much anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the same here. I was assisting running a micro company up in Michigan, and it just I resigned from it. And when I resigned from it, at first it was kind of like, as you know, you get that itch, you want to still stay in it and everything. But I felt like everything I ever wanted to accomplish in wrestling, whether it was promoting, being a wrestler, whatever, entertainer more than anything, I felt like I had accomplished it all.
Yeah, well, that's what that's how the same reason I was wrestling for so long, and I pretty much figured I've gotten as much out of wrestling that I'm going to get, and that's when I transitioned into doing the stunt work and film work and acting and stuff like that. So.
Wrestling by itself, I was just thinking. I was thinking of the difference in wrestling wise. As a little person in a normal sized ring, something that always stood out to me was I'd hit the second rope as my rope, and that top rope would always whack me at the top of the head. So I was thinking in my head while we were sitting here talking, I bet you had the reverse where, and not again, not trying to be funny, but when you would hit the top rope, almost, I bet it would oftentimes you feel like you were going to fall over.
Oh, a lot of times, yeah. I'd have to start my lean into the ropes way before I actually get to the ropes so that I could hit. And I'd still, get that bruise right underneath, right
Yeah.
there, right where you hit. But yeah, I have to. I'm almost laying all the way down by the time I hit that rope to come back. It's a timing thing for sure.
While we were talking, I can remember that match we had done. There was a point where Brimstone had hit the rope, and when it hit, it almost looked as though he had lost his balance. I thought, oh, this, how do you stop that when he goes over the top rope for just the?
Plus, he was close to 350 pounds. As soon as he hit the rope on one side, the ring on the other side lifted up, and like, whoa,
whoa.
He was a big dude, man.
So
and he was one of the most fun men.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Ring 6'6"?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
When you wrestled, was your ring 6'6"?
Believe this or not, I did build a 6x6 ring for a little gentleman. But anyway,
that's the ring you used to. You used to have that ring at the bars, right?
The 12-footer, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when me and Nate Webb would come in and do a match in the bar before your guys.
They were starting to do it, man.
Oh my goodness, I remember that.
Out in Muskegon. I remember I met you guys out there. You had a show at some little dive bar in the middle of nowhere, and me and Nate would come in first, and we'd beat the living crap out of each other all throughout the bar, and then we'd set them up for your guys' match. It was a blast back then, man.
Yes, so I remember those. I forgot about the Nate Webb and you match.
Yeah, we'd have to. By the end of the night, we'd have to get you out of a fight and get you in the car and get you back home. You back to the hotel.
Yeah, we got to go to commercial break.
The good old days, huh?
Good old days. My goodness, and fighting days of giant and little people and all those days. We did a show in Texas one time, and we were coming out of the club, and a gentleman was beating on his wife in the parking lot, and that is just an ultimate pet peeve of mine. And as soon as everybody saw me look over, they're like, "Oh no!" I know they're going to get my back up, so I took off running, and I'm not even kidding. Back then, I could run and jump, and I jumped on the back of the tailgate, and I clocked the guy as hard as I could. And I know I'm a little person, so he's going to beat the snot out of me. And as soon as I clocked him, he just got up and he kind of stared at me for a second. And as soon as he started towards me, here come my people. And I was like, but when incidents like that happen, you got to think later. You got to think later and go, what would happen if all of a sudden all my buddies just let me get my butt whooped? Like, hey, you clocked the guy. You're on your own now.
But we all have stories like that. I mean, especially being in the entertainment business, we've been all over the country and we've seen all sorts of things, and we all have crazy stories back in our younger days.
Sure.
When we were young and dumb.
Well,
now I'm old and dumb.
Pappy had a question about your stunt manning, being a stuntman. Go ahead, Pappy. I interrupted you a little bit ago.
No, Jay. So you said that you were a stuntman. What have you done stunt work for?
I've been real lucky. Yeah, I've been able to do a lot of fun TV shows. I've done a couple episodes of Blue Bloods, Batman vs Superman. Ray Donovan, The Punisher.
Oh wow!
Chicago PD. I've done a couple episodes. Tulsa King with Stallone. I got to.
I love Tulsa
King. That's cool.
Yeah, I got to play a biker named Red on that show, and that was one of my funnest times. That was a blast.
That is awesome.
Can I interrupt for a Google fact?
Okay, Mr. Google. What's up?
I googled something really interesting here.
Oh, all right.
Anybody know who Robert Wadlow is?
I
might be pronouncing that last name wrong. Wadlow. Robert Wadlow was born February 22nd, 1918 in Elton, Illinois.
The world's tallest man.
Yeah, he died July 15th, 1940 in Manistee, Michigan.
Man, okay. What was he was like 7'10" or something?
No, he
No,
was
no, no, no.
8'9".
8 foot 11. 8 foot
What?
11 with a
Yeah.
shoe size
Wow.
with a shoe size of 37 AA. Never even heard of that.
Wow.
And with a wingspan of 9'5".
That's crazy.
Now, could you repeat that shoe size?
37
37
AA.
AA.
That would be a 2-layer condominium, full-size mansion for Vanny. We need to
Yeah.
find a Robert Wadlow shoebox because we're hooking Vinny up.
No, that would be a yacht.
Yeah, we put
That
that
is
on top of
awesome.
That would
dude.
be a
Now
yacht.
you're thinking we can mount that
So,
shoebox on a
Yeah, a
couple
freaking
load up
yacht.
Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
Jay,
And,
Put a
And
little
I like
sail on it.
you,
and
hey,
Oh
the
yeah,
tallest
dude.
hey,
living person now is Sultan Kothun. He is 8 foot and 2.8 inches tall.
Wow, that's
Wow.
crazy.
That's
I can't
hey,
imagine that. I mean, just
Yep,
I'm
that's
I'm
true.
6'7" and I hit my head and everything. I can't imagine. There's been times where I've been at events and I've seen, a guy that's taller than me, and I always have to go and stand next to him just so I can feel that for once, because I don't ever get to
Yeah.
feel that. It's amazing.
Sure.
kind
Well,
of
we
remind,
understand in the reverse part,
yeah,
is
Exactly, and that's what's weird about it. Is you never think about like you said earlier. You don't think about what somebody on the opposite spectrum they go through the same thing. It's just a
oh
little
yeah,
bit different.
yes.
It's crazy.
yeah.
Vinny
oh
goes
yeah,
into Toys R Us and stands by the life-size dolls.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
y'all don't know what
No,
it
then
is.
he goes
Rocking
to Toys
Elmo
R
on the back
Us
pocket.
and
There
stands
he
by
goes.
the life-size Lamborghinis.
So
Man,
you said you were on
I stand by the
Tulsa
life-size
King.
Lamborghinis.
I like that. Yeah.
Vinny, you're not tall enough to interrupt people.
Quit Vinny and me.
Oh, they stuck again.
I am tall enough.
No,
Yeah.
you Vinnied me.
He Vinnied all of us.
hey, Vinny,
You
by the way,
interrupted me. You interrupted me interrupting Mr. Phoenix.
How dare you?
hey, everybody, our fans don't know what that means. In our crew, we use the term being Vinny means interrupted because he's the most notorious to do it. Be sitting there talking about something, he'll change the subject and just go left lane and into another subject, just start talking.
And
So,
pretty
Yeah.
soon we'll have some merch about that saying I got Vinnied.
Vinny.
I got Vinny. Yeah.
Hey, when you have that many thoughts, you can't keep them all go. You got to get them all in, man.
That's
Yeah, I
right.
know. So
Yeah. Did you know our catch slogan for this show, Jay?
What's that?
Little bit of coffee. The only company in the world that is short staffed, but that doesn't mean we're hiring.
I
That's
like it.
awesome.
That works
That's
out perfect.
awesome.
That should be a sticker at least. I mean,
And yes. I tried to give that to one of my buddies for one of the the little people wrestling leagues, and nobody. The one buddy I tried to give that to is a catch slogan. He didn't take it. Wow,
you know, it's
you
actually
know what? It's
funny
his loss.
because
Sure it is.
when I met my wife, I was wearing my shirt that I used to wear all the time. That was from your wrestling company that just said "Got midgets."
got me.
That
And
Bill-
did it on the back have the I support midget violence?
Yeah. And it just said, "Yeah."
I support midget
My
violence.
wife always makes a joke about it. She's like, when
Yeah.
we met, you were wearing that shirt. I'm like,
A
yeah.
true story. This is a true story. I was in Mexico one time, just touring, and while I was in Mexico, and one of the street, whatever you call it, festivals, I was walking down the middle of the street. This gentleman all of a sudden appeared in front of me wearing one of our micro wrestling
Oh
I
no way.
support midget violence shirt, and I walked out and I tapped him, and it was the one that had the black and white photo of the whole group on the front.
Hmm.
And I tapped him. Well, in that photo, I'm POD with the clown makeup on, and he turned around and said, "Hey, where'd you get the shirt?" He could speak English and everything, and I don't remember where he told me he got it, but he was a humongous fan of the Micro Wrestling Federation, and I showed him who I was on the shirt. He didn't believe me. I could just tell in his face, "Yeah, there you are." You know.
That
But
was awesome.
that was a fun memory. But I thought that was so flattering, being in another country and see your shirt. You know.
Yeah,
That's way
awesome.
cool.
Got a question. You said you were on Tulsa King.
Yes, sir.
Where in the area did you film?
We actually filmed that down in Oklahoma City. Season 1 was filmed in Oklahoma City, so I was down there for about a month. I did episode 9, the season finale. I was in. I played a biker named Red, and they filmed that in Oklahoma City. Season 2 they filmed in Atlanta, but season 1 was in Oklahoma.
I wanted to ask also, in these movies you're doing, have you got some very noticeable speaking parts that we could ever watch?
Some of them. It just all depends on what it is. Usually I'm the bad guy that fights the good guy, and I'm the biker or prisoner or something like that. Play a lot of bad guys. So sometimes I got speaking roles, but I got into it just to do the stunts. But I do some strictly acting roles too. I'm in a couple local regional Michigan area commercials and things like that where I'm just doing acting stuff, but. To me, it's more fun. I've always been a physical guy. That's why I was a pro wrestler. So for me, I got into it. I didn't get into it to talk. I got into it to fall down and blow things up. So
I know at Tulsa King, there's a guy there. I think his name is Tiny or something. He's kind of a biker looking guy. So how tall? You probably make him look like a little guy.
Yeah, I was the tallest. I was actually, that's why they booked me. I was the tallest on the show. There's a couple of stunt guys that are pretty tall. Me and this other guy, we get a lot of the same roles. He's about 6'8", 6'9", and it was actually down to the two of us. They wanted two guys that were over 6'5". They want one guy, and it came down to the two of us. And the director just happened to pick my look. So it just all depends, really. We get asked by the stunt coordinator if we have the availability, if we're available. And then the stunt coordinator will show the director different pictures of guys, and then they decide, who they want to go with from there.
Yeah.
Now, some of it was filmed in Oklahoma.
I'm sorry?
Some of it was filmed in Commerce, Oklahoma, and some of that area. Because, see, my cousin is Ottawa County State Sheriff.
Oh, okay.
And he was the bodyguard for the main guy.
For Forgot his name.
Stallone. Yes.
Oh, okay. I probably met him then. Yeah, because we had the studio was right there in OKC and right downtown. But we did film they filmed some stuff in Tulsa as well. But then they also filmed all around Oklahoma City. We filmed in different locations around there. But yeah, I probably ended up meeting them then because we hung out at the studio quite a bit. So.
Yeah, it was the coolest thing. He's like, "Look, I'm a bodyguard." And I'm like, just joking around with him, like, "Yeah, whatever." And next minute, he sends me this picture, and it's Stallone and him standing there like this with his vest, and I'm going,
"Oh, that's cool."
Oh my god.
Yeah, usually when I'm on a set, I don't ask the guys for pictures or anything like that. I don't do, I just don't do that. There's only been twice that I had. Well, once that I actually asked for it. I did an episodes of Blue Bloods where I was in an episode with not only Donnie Wahlberg, who's on that show, but also Tretch from Naughty by Nature. We were all in the same scene together. So I just thought it was weird that the two different spectrums of the 90s music spectrum that I was on a show with. But Tretch, I grew up with. So him, I actually asked for a picture. And then Stallone, when we were just happened to be talking, and one of my best friends was on Stallone's podcast, and so I happened to mention it. I was like, "Hey, I forgot my friend was on your podcast," and Stallone was like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Here, take a picture with me and send it to him and tell him I said hi." So I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, I'm going to take a picture with Stallone," and I didn't have to. I didn't even have to ask for it, so it was great. It worked out.
That was cool. Is he a cool guy?
He's awesome. Yeah, he was super cool, man. Like I said, the first thing, I met him, I'm a big guy, and so the very first thing he said, I said, "Hello, my name's Jay." And he said, "Oh, you're an extremely large individual." And I was like, just hearing him say that in his voice was, I could have died right there. It was great.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness, that is a good story. Jeff, you was telling us that you had an incident with a giant. You went to go visit a little person wrestling show recently, and you had a photo you wanted me to share.
I'll give them a plug. The Dwarfinators actually came down to Beaufort, Georgia. They came to the Diesel Tap House in Gainesville, Georgia, and I went to go see that show. I sat next to the little part of the bar, and I was sitting on a stool, mind you. If I wasn't sitting on the stool, I'd probably come up to this guy's butt. Honestly, he picked me to stand in front of the whole show. I got up eventually, walked out because I can't stand for more than 4 or 5 hours at a time. So I finally just got tired. I was like, I kind of even nudged him in the back a couple times. He kind of looked over like that, like about 2 seconds, saw me and he went, I like chuckled and just like didn't care. So I was like, yeah, me and
Look,
this guy
look,
I'm not going to win a fight against this guy. He was like, he was a wall.
look at that face. Did you see that face? That
Yes.
shortcut
It
had?
was back up.
Yeah.
I
was
know.
very happy.
You don't understand though. As a tall guy though, that's actually one of my issues. Is whenever I go to a concert or anything like that,
Look, right
I
there.
feel bad. I make sure that I'm like not. I always stand all the way in the back because I feel bad. I know I'm going to block somebody's view, whether it's even if it's not a little person, it's gonna regular. I feel bad, so I'm always my wife goes up to the front and I sit in the back, so I'm not blocking anybody.
So I think we should tell the world that this is Chuck Wagon. So everybody go to Chuck Wagon's page. If you need his link, I have it. And I need you to complain about him standing in front of my buddy Shortcut.
I don't know. Let me look. I don't know. That guy looks way skinnier than Chuck Wagon. I don't know.
You're right. You're right.
Man, I wish I had Pat McAfee's capability of drawing on the screen because that face that Shortcut's making is just great.
It's awesome.
It is. I must agree. So yeah, that was Jeff, I've had the same thing happen over the years. You go somewhere and now this is where it annoys me. I understand they're tall, they're in my way. They bought that seat, I bought my seat. I get all that. But if you peek back and you see I cannot see around you and you don't lean or nothing, you don't do anything to accommodate, now it's just uncalled for.
Well, what do you got when you got a short person sitting there in front of you with a giant hat?
Oh wait, Chuck Wagon had something to say about that.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah.
Did Chuck Wagon have something to say about that?
What's Chuck Wagon doing up this?
He said, "Grow up." I'm not sure if you noticed. Jay just said he was 6'7". You big goofball. Hey,
but yeah, you got a short person sitting in front of you with a tall hat. Come on.
Look, I forgot to even look over here at the message board. We got Todd Greenlee in the house. Thanks, Todd, for visiting. Danny Beal, what's up, Danny? And I think that's Big C. Big C looking good. I got to talk to him yesterday, fellas. Darn shame he's got work on Monday mornings because he was definitely getting the producer side down to a pat. My friend Kim Fight, she is in here visiting this morning. Good morning, Kim. And
so how much did you pay everybody to watch?
I didn't pay nobody nothing. Chuck, I tried to put a restraining order on because me and Jay have this thing we say about Chucky. We don't like it.
We don't like it. That's so funny. I miss Chuck. And that's like people always ask me, "Do you miss wrestling and stuff like that?" I don't miss the actual wrestling. But I miss the road trips. I miss the boys.
The fun people like Chuck.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That was the fun thing.
And you know what?
No, I only fall down if I'm getting paid TV money now.
and Jay, it's funny because it's neat how when you look back, the people that stood out to us in the independent scene, at least I feel that way. And I think that some of my favorite wrestlers that I met that I became close personal friends with, the biggest group would be Wisconsin and Michigan, like Nate Matson. Oh my gosh, what a classic guy! I mean, Chuck
Truth Martini. And
oh
Chuck,
yeah,
good Chuck. Like Brian Wellington, all those guys that I came up with, man. It's so funny, man. Like to think of us as the old guys now. It's like weird. But now I go to a show and I see all these young guys. I don't even know who any of them are. It's crazy.
Zach Gallen, even I can remember when Zach Gallen first really became the hit.
And that's awesome to see him now with 4 kids and doing amazing. And
that's right.
He does public speaking, doesn't he? Now for a living?
He travels all over the country and talks to kids about staying sober and. And man, it's amazing. I'm proud of that kid, man. We've had some crazy times. So to see where he was to where he is now, man. Awesome.
I'd actually love to have him on one of these times. Maybe just have like a whole Michigan wrestling crew on because there's so many good people I've met over the years. But for those of you who don't know, Zach Gallen, one of our mutual friends, he in his younger life had lost one leg and never gave up on the dream, and he never even let it affect him in any manner. He was always the class act. He come in, was always on time on the show, always was the ultimate entertainer. Went to WWE. A lot of you, as I'm talking, are probably like, yeah, all of us know him because he became quite a hit in WWE. But then I really don't know his story, but I'd love to hear the complete story. I know he had a drug issue that took over, and in that he recovered and he bounced back. Honestly,
he just celebrated a couple days ago 15 years sober.
He turned out to be just such a wonderful inspiration.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was an inspiration before. Just being able to have one leg and to be able to fight through and become a professional wrestler and do what he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then to actually be able to come back and fight those demons and come back to be able to then become productive and be a good, to be able to do good is amazing. Yeah.
That's great.
If you don't believe you can beat the demon of drugs, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to look up Zach Gallen. That is a superhero right there.
POD, do you know you talk so much we've not even had a commercial yet?
Yes, we did have a commercial. We just haven't had another one.
We have only had one.
Shut up.
Hey guys, it's your boy Vinny MG coming at you live. When I'm not torturing or tormenting POD, I'm on here checking out all the cool content that me and my three brothers put up on this platform. Come and check this out. The show is called A Little Bit of Coffee. You can like, share, and subscribe for more content in the future. Alright? So don't forget, grab your Joe and let's go.
Wow.
Hey, you feel better, you big old crybaby?
Well, it's about time. I mean, I was like...
One eternity later.
Hey. Well, tired of your mouth today.
Hey.
Keep it up and I'm not talking to you the rest of the day.
Now, boys. Now, boys.
Do you promise? Don't tease me with a good time.
Ah, goodness. Yeah, some days. Those are the good old. Jay, what do you think, man? We did a show in the future that had nothing but the Michigan pro wrestlers that we hung out back in the day. Call it old guys memory lane or something.
Yeah, we did. It was fun. We got for Lima, Ohio. They had their 20th War Wrestling had their 20th anniversary, and so a few of the Michigan guys. We had a group, the Michigan Invasion. So it was me, Nate Matson, Jamie Cox, Truth Martini, and Gutter, and we got together. We did this promo to say happy 20th anniversary. It was just cool to see all us old guys together. we looked a lot older, but we just got right back into our old stories and our old inside jokes that we have. It was just fun.
Oh, nice.
Well, to just take a moment for those that are just tuning in, man, we're doing the differences in little people and the challenges we face, and also the overly tall people, the challenges they face. And our guest today, Jay Adams.
Nice way to put it, overly tall.
Overly tall, yeah. I was going to say giants, but when I say giants, the first thing that comes to my head is Nephilim.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like if I call you a Nephilim, it's just rude. But our friend Jay Adams, he's been in the Hollywood scene. A lot of
we should talk more about the Hollywood scene and get rid of this wrestling scene.
Let me finish talking about just talking. I got to finish talking. But yes, he's been to Hollywood wrestling, and 6'7", great friend of mine. When he came on the show today, decided to get rid of his beard and freaked me out a little bit. He had a beard that was as tall as our co-host Vinny.
I've had literally at one point my beard was down to here. I mean,
that's right.
It's crazy to see the difference.
Did you ever Viking braid it?
My wife did at one point. I can never do that, but she would braid it down to like one long braid.
Yeah. So you were like ZZ Top.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had the long hair. I had long hair almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
down to the
I am not
three-quarters
kidding
of
you
that
guys. This is a whole new man to me today. This is a whole new man to me. I mean,
Wow.
I
when
actually
he come up with this,
I was actually stunt doubling for a guy named Ryan Hurst who played Opie in Sons of Anarchy. So I had
Oh, okay.
super long beard and
wow.
super long hair for a long time.
Yeah,
Till I
used to
did
love
another
that show.
job and cut it. The only time
How
I
tall
cut
was
my
Opie?
hair, he was about 6'4.5", so I was a little
Okay.
bit taller than him. But it looked good on camera. Like we looked so good, so much like in the face that it worked out really well for him because he didn't have to do a lot of stuff. I got to do a lot more of the stuff and that they could put on camera and not realize that it wasn't him. So it worked out good.
Okay.
But yeah, the only time I cut my hair or beard is for a project. So I had a recent project that I had to cut the beard for. So I'm sure I'm growing it back now. I'm sure it'll be back in a few weeks. So
yeah, it's just Now watch, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna bring him back in a couple weeks, and we'll be telling you all about. You remember the last time he's on the show and things like that, and everybody's
oh
gonna
yeah,
be like, no, I don't
It
I'll
remember
look
grows-
that.
totally
I
different.
remember.
I'm like
It grows
Homer
fast?
Simpson. I'm like Homer Simpson when he shaves and then he just looks and it goes and it pops back out.
Let's
Oh,
see
wow.
what we're gonna have to do here. We'll do a close up of you real quick like this, so then we can snapshot it.
Click.
And then when we bring you back on the show, we'll put that side by side.
And then
You'll have
yeah,
the beard back.
we'll have to wait until after this show that I just did. Can't talk too much about it now until it airs. But once it airs, come back on because it's an interesting one and you'd like to see it. Trust me. I'll explain more why I had to shave. So.
I have a Nephilim size request for you though before we bring you back on. We got to find Brimstone. We got to bring him on for some talk.
You know what? I'm gonna find. I haven't heard from him. I usually hear from him every few years. He'll just pop up and text me out of nowhere.
Well, do me a favor and
I'm
let's
gonna try to
see if
find
we
him.
can find him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some research, see if I can find him because I'd love to see him too. I haven't seen him in forever.
Okay. Have you ever met Oliver Richards?
Oliver Richards? I don't think so.
He is Paul Lee. If you guys pay any attention to Reacher.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes,
He's
that show.
7'2". He's going to be on season 3 of Reacher. He makes Reacher. I forget what the Reacher's character's name is. Anybody know? Remember what his name is?
I'm not familiar.
It's Reacher.
He makes.
I think it's
He
Reacher.
makes.
Jack Reacher, is it?
That's his name.
No,
is Reacher.
but what is his real name?
Tom Cruise?
I don't know. Tom Cruise is.
I know who you're talking about. The new guy. Yeah, he's a big
Yeah.
jacked up dude.
Just Reacher.
Yeah,
Just Reacher.
I know the guy that's actually doubling for that tall guy, Kyle Zup.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's like 6.
Alan
6'11".
Richardson.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, Paul Lee makes him look like a toddler. But it's basically like me standing next to Vinny.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, no, that's Jack Reacher. Paul Lee is that guy. That one picture right there next to him. That the one right next to the Men's Health magazine.
This one.
He's actually he's sitting down.
this is the over.
And right in the middle.
Come
He's
on
sitting
now.
down.
We know you're not able to use a computer. No.
No, over. Right next to the Men's Health magazine.
Oh, you were just on it.
Right there. Oh, that's just the preview. Okay, the preview is going to start to play. Play that.
I was kind of playing a guessing game when it came to my health.
And you know what?
Now with Whoop,
I'll talk to you guys the rest of the day. Keep it up.
We've got to send POD to computer class.
Yeah, this guy's huge.
Good lord.
Everybody, you do not own
This
rights
guy's
to
huge.
this.
But wait till you see the other guy.
Oh, that's right. We don't own the rights to this. I guess we shouldn't be showing it.
Whoa.
That's guy
That
we're
guy
talking
is
about.
How much you bench?
Yeah, how
Don't
tall
know.
did you say that guy is?
Why not?
He's 7'2".
So he's an inch. Wow, he's an inch shorter than the giant that I know.
Yeah. But that season 3 is going to be amazing because of that. Because he makes Jack Reacher Reacher, whatever. Yeah, look small.
I wish we could have gotten some of the, even one NBA player on here. That would have been awesome. Like, I'm a Pascal Siakam fan. He's 7'2", I think.
Hey, Vinny.
Well, that's what's cool, actually.
Hey, sorry, I had a issue I had to resolve. I'm back.
Did you
Pop
get the
goes to
nurses in line?
And he goes, Pop.
I had a butt issue.
You had a butt issue.
Butt issue.
We don't
All
want
right,
to talk
guys.
about
Nope.
that.
Let's just leave that one alone. Nope. I don't want to know.
You say fetish issue?
all
So,
It's a fetish.
so Vinny, did you get your nurses in line?
My nurses.
Yeah, did you get them in line and make them listen to you?
No, but I told them about the show, and they're watching it at the front desk.
That's
Oh,
what we're talking about.
Thanks
Hello,
for taking
ladies.
care of
How are
Vinny,
you?
girls. Thank you.
My name
And
is PLD. I'm
they
4'4" and totally hardcore.
for POD, he's the one that likes to make fun of me the most.
I
They
what I would like to
said
know
that
is
if
how
you
tall
make
does
fun of me, hold on. They said if you make fun of me, they're gonna leave bad reviews only for you.
Oh,
Oh no.
You know,
that's POD right there.
Only for
POD.
you, buddy.
let's
So I went for
because we're still talking about the giants and little people. I had a fan just text me and say we should talk about we talked about the disadvantages, hitting our heads, toilet's too tall. What are some advantages though? You know,
We're really good at hide
I
and
want to go
seek.
first. We're really good at hide and seek.
I'm really not. I'm really bad at it. So,
just stand by a tree.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just go
Everyone
like
remembers
this.
your name.
What do you mean I'm a tree?
Stand next to a corn stalk, start swaying.
Well, one of the advantages I'm not able to see at a concert, no matter where I'm
Yeah.
standing. So that's the one thing.
That's an advantage, absolutely. Vanny, what's an
Now we're
advantage
not.
of being little for you?
I mean, little.
Yeah, what's an advantage to being little? Other than you can use Sheffield or the shoebox for a home.
I don't have to bend over to look up anybody's skirts.
And the streets are very clean. And
I just do
PG,
Wi-Fi.
PG.
That was PG.
It's a walk-by. It is PG.
Well, it's fact, though. I mean,
That was
I mean,
pretty
I know the only way I could say this is there's certain things I could do standing up. So that's
you
as
know,
far as I'm with that.
true story. Well, the first thing I thought of when I got the text was the very first thing went through my head, and I think all you little people will agree. In our younger years, dating just stinks. You know, 'cause
Yes.
every woman, the famous line that a woman will say is, "What will everybody think?" You know, I'm dating a
No.
little guy. But then
I
they
just
hit
want to be
about
friends.
21. Yeah, I just want
to be friends. Yeah,
But then they hit like that
that's the one for
21
me.
to 38,
No,
and
you know
it's
what I do? You know what I
fantastic.
say to win them over? This is my line that wins them all over. I sang to them, "Put your leg on my shoulder."
guys, I just let you know that's not exclusive to little people. I always got told I just want to be friends too. So it might be something else about us. It might not be.
Really? I would never
don't
guess
think
that,
it's
and
just
I'm not
little
even
people.
being frank. Yeah, I really thought it was just a little. It was very, very frequent. In fact, a true story. I will not
Yeah,
say
for
her
me
name, 'cause
too.
her
It
and I-
was. Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
frequent for me too.
I will not give this female away because her and I are still very, very good friends. But many, many years ago, I had a gal that I had it bad for. Oh man, I had it bad for. And I'm sure y'all remember this if you're old enough. Back in the day, you do the 3-way call,
I didn't.
and we would
The front desk
listen.
told
And
me you needed help with
I got to take him off today.
No.
So but we would have where do the 3-way call. So I had a friend of mine call this gal that I had the crush on, and he's talking to her. He goes, "Yeah, man, you know she's got a crush on you, right?" And she's, "Yeah, I know." And
Oh, what happened?
War and the battle begins.
His quarters ran
can't
out.
do that when we're talking, dude. Seriously. But anyhow, so me and him continue talking. He continues talking to her. She admits she has a crush on me, and he said, "Why will you not go on a date with him?" And her exact word were, "What would the world think?"
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there thinking, "Oh my god, But then when we talk about the advantage, take it to the good side. Again, that 21-year-old to 30-year-old gap, once you hit that age gap, then it was like dating was so easy because then I think the women go through I don't know what the term would be, but I guess bucket list. Yeah,
Curiosity.
bucket list, curiosity,
Can
whatever.
you just
I used to
call it
date an
a
extremely
little
tall
people
girl.
fetish?
I used to date an extremely tall girl, but when we were nose to nose, my toes was in it, and when we were toes to toes, my nose was in it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some editing on this program, I see.
That was one of my sayings I used to say too. Shortcut. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember that was an advantage in my 20s, especially when you're at my beginning of my pro wrestling career when I was single before I got married and everything. Shoot, that first couple years of pro wrestling was, goodness sakes, it was nuts. So that was one of my advantages.
Yeah.
And the other advantage is you still go to Kings Island, going to the kiddie park area, and really enjoy those rides.
Wait, POD.
My,
I gotta stop you.
my ex-wife would get so mad at me because I'd ride the fire truck in the circle so many times. I'm just kidding.
Right.
That
I
damn
love.
teacup
I love
ride.
the fire truck.
So POD, I gotta stop you. I got a question. We just got a comment in, and
no.
yeah, was that person you were talking about named Summer?
No, ATM. It's
For
1360.
for the first time and you're talking about dating. Summer is my son's mother. Yeah, I would guess she was a date at some point, huh? Yeah, we dated. And I see now, you know when you get caught off guard with something. Thank you, Summer. You caught me off guard. I know you're cracking up laughing over there. Yes, my son Dakota's mother. And
We're
since
gonna have a lot of people coming in on and tell
we're not
anybody
bringing her
tell
on the
us your
program.
stories. We want
No.
all your stories about POD.
Yes.
Please email us.
But
put that email up.
Hey, since we're going to talk about Dakota's mom, let me just say this: of
Right.
all the people on Earth, we are proud of one thing: we were not together when Dakota was born. Okay,
You know, when you
but you always hear these couples when they split, they make the life so bad for the kids. Oh, your dad's this, oh, your mom's this. We never did that. That was one of the rules
That's
we made
awesome.
right out the gate. Was now we don't put each other down. We don't sit there and talk on the bad side. We get in arguments, common arguments. Me and her, silly stuff when you look back at it. But all in all, I think we were a great example of how to be parents when you can't be together.
I heard you were really short with her.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's so many directions.
You looked up. You looked up to her.
There were so many directions you could take that. We're just.
I really
leave
want
that
people to.
But I heard. In all fairness, she talked down to you.
Oh.
Hey,
I'm
when
waiting-
you
I'm
met,
waiting for
was
the
it
POD
face to
stories.
waist?
face to waist. Oh my gosh, her husband's in here too. Stop it.
Did someone just Vinny?
Vinny. Yeah, we Vinny.
We got 100% from her today.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah,
See?
that's awesome.
She agreed with us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she agreed that you were a little short.
No, she was agreeing we were great parents. That's what she agreed to.
Are you sure it wasn't
Tomato,
meeting
tomato.
face to waist?
Well, guys, Vinny's in the hospital. We hate to see him go,
Yeah.
but he has to be removed from the
You
program.
kick me out, and
I
I
hear
will
the nurse calling
not
you,
go
buddy.
back.
Did you guys hear that nurse calling him?
Good night talking to you, Vinny.
I ain't coming back. I'm leaving.
We love you, buddy.
Oh,
we miss you.
Vinny.
No, come on, Vinny.
Yeah, he's leaving. He's not coming. There's a shocker. We haven't been through that already.
Shut up.
Oh my goodness. So Benny, are you getting better though? We know you're in the hospital. I'm glad you tuned in with us today. Got to pick
Yeah, I'm
on
glad
you.
you
Real.
did too. Yeah.
When you're in the hospital
to be
though, do they use a
honest,
regular
I
sized
don't
room or
know.
they just use like a cabinet?
It's the size of a freaking broom closet.
Broom closet? I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So do you have to share it with the janitor?
There's
Listen to the nurse
no.
in the
It's
background.
all of the patients have the same size rooms.
Well, tell us
And
about
it's
these
very
nurses you
upsetting
keep
to
telling
some
us about.
people.
Yeah,
There was
give us some
really
dirty details on the nurses.
Yeah.
no
Hey,
dirty
look,
details. They're all married. Sorry.
they're all married. You're not engaged, but you're still flirting, right?
They're watching. They're
Of
watching.
course.
So be careful what you're saying, Benny.
Look, that's
Yeah,
full.
be nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you ever wondered how big he is, this is a full-size picture
I mean,
of
they
him.
know. I flirt with them all the time.
If you have a regular-size laptop screen, this is Vinny
I
full-size.
really believe.
Yes.
Well, for the nurses that are watching the show, we're taking care of Vinny. We really appreciate you taking care of Vinny. He's one of our favorite people. So thank you with our precious friend, and keep
And
doing what you
notice,
do.
and notice, I have not made any jokes whatsoever. Just
I have
for
not
the
either.
record, I have not made any jokes.
Jay has been an innocent bystander during this whole thing.
And being honest with you, I'm pretty disappointed about that too, Jay. I mean, you got no problem firing at me, my friend.
Well, yeah, exactly. Not when we're in a live broadcasting on the internet. I mean, come on.
So I went to the supermarket the other day, and I saw this mom. She was short, right? And she held up her little kid all the way to the top shelf to reach what she wanted. And I just go, man, that could be me and Vinny one day.
I can truly say me and Dakota have done that. Now we're both what's the word I'm looking for? A little plumper than normal. And so now when we try that, and I try to pick him up in the store, it's embarrassing.
Well, that's one thing.
So I tell him, hey, you're
POD.
stronger than me. Pick me up.
POD, you're not fat, you're fluffy.
I'm fluffy. I am.
You don't skinny dip, you chunky dunk.
I usually stop over by the mop handles and get a mop handle first thing before I go shopping, and then I take the mop handle with me and knock everything into the cart, and then put the mop handle back at the end of the
So how do you do that if it's glass?
Catch.
Very carefully.
He's not lying. I've done that too. I've grabbed the mop handle and done the whole catch thing, being something glass on top rope. I'm on top shelf. You're all like,
You usually get all kinds of people trying to help you about them.
When I walk
but they
into a
never help
grocery
until
store-
you start to pull it. Have you ever noticed that? They'll sit there and watch you reach for that thing for 10 minutes. And then the minute you go get them up, and hey, do you need some help?
I'm sorry, but it's kind of entertaining.
When I walk into a grocery store, every old lady's eyes light up because everything they can't reach, they ask me for. Every old lady, excuse me, can you grab it for me? And it takes me at least an extra half hour every time I'm at the grocery store.
I'm sure it does.
We should plan to go do some video and have you and Vinny in a grocery store, and Vinny keeps coming to find you to have you reach for something. That'd be funny. That'd be a great video.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Can you reach this again? Dude, it's on the second shelf. Oh, my bad.
I want to buy what I really want to buy.
Have that song playing in the background. You lift me up where we.
Yeah.
You raise me up.
Josh Groban, wow.
You know, he can't stand us. You know that. He's sitting in the hospital. He's all like, gosh, I hate these guys.
Vinny, you are Whittle.
I'm sorry.
You are Whittle.
I accidentally bumped that button. I didn't mean to do that.
There it is.
Sorry, Vinny.
Let's come back.
Yes.
He just rolls his eyes.
Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny.
Yes.
So, hey, Vinny.
Hey, Vinny.
Can you hear us? I don't even think he can hear us.
Okay.
I don't think he's ignoring. I think at this point he's just ignoring us. He's like,
look, no, I don't think he can hear us for real. Let's just put him on the middle of the screen and make fun of him.
Substitute?
Let's bully him. Ready?
There you go.
Can you hear us, Vinny?
Tell the nurses.
I don't think he can hear us.
I think he's having some internet problems.
Okay.
About time you answered us.
This message to the nurses. This message to the nurses. He was letting us know that he is late for his proctology appointment. You guys really need to, to hurry up with his proctology appointment.
You got him on that one.
You guys are
I know they only have a lady there with like 8-inch fingers and.
Hey, you guys ever seen that? You guys ever seen that car collection Jay Leno's got, where he's got like, I think it's like 85 cars.
No.
Yeah.
Vinny's got the same kind of collection. They're just all Power Wheels.
Power Wheels.
I thought they were Hot Wheels.
No, they're Hot Wheels.
Yeah,
Cool.
they're Hot
No,
Wheels.
they're
man.
Hot Wheels.
Hey, don't try to play off my joke, okay? It was my joke.
It's
It
Hot
was my whittle
Wheels.
joke.
Get
You
it
guys,
right.
Vinny,
listen.
Vinny, do you unwrap them?
Okay. And
Your Hot
Unwrap
Wheels.
a Hot Wheel?
Yeah, when you get a new car, do you unwrap it?
No, dude, none of them get unwrapped. Or else it destroys the value.
Oh yeah.
I'd like
So
to get
how
a
do you
remote
test
control
drive 'em?
car and put them
Value
in
of the car.
Well, that's fine.
Take that car
Very.
and you rub it on the carpet a couple times. Ring, ring, it goes, man.
Do it to Vanny too and electrocute him.
The static charge.
There's one thing you need to know. People
Hey
as
Jay,
short
good
as
for Vanny
me
about 6 times. Stand
conduct
him up. He looks like
electricity
Christmas
very
lights.
well.
Or do that and he
Yeah,
sticks
all
to the
his
wall
hairstyles.
like a balloon. Where you rub it and then it
Yeah.
sticks to the wall.
No doubt we're going to be hearing from the LPA this week.
So wait. Vinny was saying something. What were you saying?
Vinny?
What were you saying?
I think he's
Little
delayed.
people like me that are short like me.
You can do it.
That's perfect.
Come
I
on,
think
buddy.
that's me getting delayed.
Okay.
It is-
Thank you so much.
Or you didn't think that all the way through.
Yeah,
Does he have a mini?
I think they
Does
got
he have a
Benny
mini
on.
straw?
I think they got
it's
Benny
making
on.
the show so much better, though.
No, the internet here sucks. So
Yeah, that's cool.
glitches.
Either way, it's making it so much more fun to pick on you.
They got you in
Yeah, billboard head. Billboard
Billboard
head.
ad. Are you saying my? What are you trying to say? Like my head's for rent or something?
Yeah, it's completely for rent. It's a billboard.
Saying he doesn't have a 4 head, he's got a 6 head.
No, he's got a what is
Yep,
it? A
that's it right
blimp
there.
for a
Read that
head.
banner. If you guys want to sponsor us and sponsor POD's forehead, email us.
Yeah.
That's a lot of room.
Call for.
That's a lot of room. A lot of what
You
is
could
it,
get like 7 sponsors.
A lot of
on
real
your
estate.
forehead, man.
Yes.
He'd be like
That's
our
prime real
NASCAR.
estate right there. Prime real estate.
You'd be
Right there, guys.
Prime real estate.
Yeah, you'd be balling.
You could get one of those
sponsors.
LED screens, and then that just
Yeah.
changes.
Eat at Joe's.
Man, that'd be great.
Eat at Joe.
That's funny.
Then I could look. If I really wanted to stand out, I could, take like a paperclip and paperclip Vinny to the side, holding like a Statue of Liberty light.
Why you gotta add me to it, punk?
It's made so much more fun because you are little. In case anybody
Hey,
wants to
you
know that,
are.
little, I'm
Hey, you
little.
are. You're
A little
fat.
person. Vinny
You're
is
fat.
a whittle person. Whittle means
You're
a whole
fat.
lot whittler than little.
You're fat. You're pregnant.
You're pregnant.
You ate too many Twinkies.
You're 1'5".
So
You're still fat.
So
Well,
my wife is 5 foot, and she calls herself a smidget. Too little to be a midget.
She's 5 foot.
Yeah, she's 5 foot. Too tall to be a midget. That's what it is.
What is the
So
actual
she calls it
cutoff?
smidget.
It's they'd say I think 4'11" and smaller, but
4'11"? I thought it was 4'10" and below. But.
Really, honestly, that can't be true though because I know a little
It's more of
person
a
that lives
body.
in my
It's more of a
hometown.
body structure.
Yeah, there's a little person in my hometown, and he has all the features: the stubby fingers, the bow legs, everything. And he's like 5'2", and he's never had
Really?
any surgeries to lengthen them or anything.
Wow.
But very obviously a little person, but
Yeah.
great guy. But
Yeah.
I tried to Google who the shortest person in the world is. I can't even pronounce their name. According to Guinness Book of World Records, the shortest person in the world is based on a verified measurement. It's Chandra Budra Dangi.
Yeah, the little
The
Indian woman.
Indian girl. Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah,
She was on American Horror Story. When
The little Indian woman. She's what,
Yeah.
a foot tall?
my buddy
In the
Drew.
fall, she's
My
a
buddy
foot-
Drew
she's
Vera.
She even got married too. That's weird.
21.5 inches tall.
We need her on the show.
Wow.
I want her on the show. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I have actually another woman that's a friend of mine on Facebook. She's just a little bit taller than her, but she got measured because she thought maybe she beat her. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'd like
actually.
to have her on the show.
She was on
Have
that
you guys ever heard of the
season
word
of
sizist?
the what?
Sizist?
I didn't hear you,
Wait,
Jay.
no, okay. We're wrong on the gender because it says here shortest man ever recorded. She's the record holder.
Oh yeah.
So it's Sean. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see her name either. Yeah, she was on a season of American Horror Story where my buddy Drew, who's a little person, he played the little person strongman on the carnival version, carnival
awesome.
season of American Horror Story. Yeah, we did an episode of Conan O'Brien together where we did like a wrestling thing where I wrestled him. I was dressed as the state of Texas and he was dressed as the state of Hawaii. And I like picked him up and threw him at some other states. But yeah, you should check him out, Drew Varick. He's a good dude. He's a kung fu guy, man. He's amazing. And that guy's a good dude.
Right on.
No, it's not the cold.
I know.
Well, this has been a fun show, guys. This has been a fun show.
Yes, sir.
We should wrap it up though, because we're at about an hour and 16 minutes. So, Jay, what a blast to see you again.
It's great. It's great being on, man. I appreciate you guys having me on. It was nice to meet you guys too, man.
Definitely a different show having a new Jay on there. Next time I see you, hopefully you look like Jay. Happy. You got some final thoughts you can give us? Or
I just think that it was a great show, and it was great meeting Jay, and it was just getting ready. Hope Vinny's getting better, and let's all keep praying for Vinny. And my final thoughts are: stay well, be healthy, and we'll see you next time.
That's great for me, buddy. Guys, we appreciate you. We'll see you on the next Monday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. A little bit of coffee. God bless you guys.
Peace out.
Yep.
Later.
Yeah.